I'm going to show you the best possible, most overpowered, cheap, post-patch players under 25k on each position. We're going to win more games than ever on a cheap budget, so you have chosen the perfect video. Do you need coins in FC26 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable and the safest platform on the internet to buy your FUT coins. Big creators use it and it has the best reviews. And if you use my code VIVA, you'll receive an extra 8% discount at checkout. Link is down below. Starting off in goal, and you can see the three budgets I'm covering in this video: under 25, under 10 and under 5k. So that means for a dirty cheap budget to a cheap budget, because if you play this game from the start, you probably can spend around 20-25k a player quite easily. I don't play it each day because, well, I have my YouTube, my kids, etc. and I still have around 500k. That's even 50k a player. So that's why we're covering this price. You can buy them, you can get them for such a cheap price, and they will do all the great things you want on the pitch. The goalkeepers we're starting off with, and the funny thing is, I still see Chevalier popping up more and more and more in Ultimate Team. People seem to love him. He seems to be the Nick Pope, remember that? Or Jack Butland from back in the day. It seems like Chevalier has something special. A lot of people are using him, and it has to be a reason why, because they love him as well. A super high meta rating for the 1.4k you pay for him. David De Gea is the choice you can make in the Serie A for 4k. Ederson is still fantastic for Galatasaray. Of course, Fenerbahce, I'm sorry, he is playing in a tough league. To hybrid, but you can also use him in a Brazilian squad, and Marshall and Martinez are great cheap picks in the English Premier League. When we go to the middle of the page, we see the under 10k, and we have 88.2 meta rating for Suzuki. That is fantastic, but Mike McNaugh is even slightly better. So Serie A has a lot of good and cheap choices, even too many of them, with of course De Gea, Marshall and Suzuki. Who's the best? It's Mike, but Suzuki is getting very close. In the Bundesliga we have Köbel and Grabora. Who is better? It's Köbel. Not denying that, but the only question is Grabora a player you like? Do you like how he looks with his mask? As a goalkeeper, you can get a player like that, but I would always go for Köbel if you only go for quality. And for under 25k, we have Jan Oblak. In the La Liga, the best by far. Courtois is slightly more expensive, also worth it, but there's still a big price gap between them. And Alisson Becker might be 30,000 coins, but he is slightly above budget, so don't shoot me. He is a goalkeeper you can really invest in, because there's a big gap, as you can see, between Marshall and Martinez with Alisson. It's like 25k gap, and it shows how much extra quality you can get with Alisson. We go to the center backs. On the center back position, you get so much quality for a good and cheap price. For example, if you like Brazilians, you can go for a hybrid, as I told you, with Ederson Moraes, with Eder Militao and Roger Ibanez. Roger Ibanez is an incredible player. We just wished he played for a bigger club in Europe, because then his price would go sky high. Maxwell Lacroix and Ibrahima Konate, it's a great duo in the English Premier League, and Schlotterbeck is the must-have in the Bundesliga. So who to combine them with? If you like Doué, you can make a 3 at the back with, of course, Marquinhos and Pacho. They're under 25k but still great, but Doué is also a good addition. Rudiger is compatible with Eder Militao. Duki is great alongside Schlotterbeck, and Mario Gila is a fantastic center back in the Serie A with 87 pace, bloody fast. He's like Speedy Gonzalez, and of course you saw them right hand side for 50k combined. You get yourself Marquinhos and Pacho. That is a great investment. They have high pace, high defending, great physicality. Pacho is not good on the ball, but for that you have Marquinhos. So yep, if you're starting off in a League side, these are the players you want to save your coins for. Soccer Deal Shop is the best place in the world for your football shirts, kits, training suits and more. Become a happy customer just like me and my son. You go to the website, click the link down below and use the code VIVA for a big discount. Happy shopping! We're starting off with the fullbacks, left backs first. After that we have the right backs. For a good left back, we want of course high pace, decent dribbling, passing and physicality, and good shooting. If you can get it with the passing is very important. So we have Milos Kerkez. You can also do a nice evolution with Milos Kerkez. I am doing that right now in my Premier League side. You can get him up to an 84 rated player. A good investment, because there is nothing else on that left back position in the Premier League. On a cheap budget, you can go with Cucurella and Arne Riese, but that is not really a big improvement in comparison with Kerkesh, who still has a high meta rating. 87.1 is incredible. Alphonso Davies, he is a rocket ship and still one of the quickest players in the world. Very nice to have in the Ultimate Team. And Fallon Mendy is good, but not as good as Basha. This lady is the queen of the left back positions for a cheap budget. For 10k, we have some special cards. Gunther, it's the cornerstone. Frances, Halloween team. Karhui, one of the best left backs every single game. And Ram in the Bundesliga. And for 25k, we have McCabe. And of course, T.U. Hernandez, still one of the most exceptional, overpowered meta players for a cheap budget in this FC26. He's still on a low price, and if this man could get into an evolution somehow, he will evaluate himself to become one of the best left backs in the game in a blink of an eye. So if you don't use him, invest in at least one Theo, because, well, I can promise you one Evo, and this man is the king. After left backs, we go to the right backs. That feels good, and that feels very cheap. We have Ratiu, Frimpong, João Cancelo, and Carvajal. Who is the best? I can only say go for Frimpong. He is by far the best player you can get on a cheap budget, and the Premier League is a great cheap also area to search those players. For 15k, you can go with Matty Cash, but he's not even getting close to Jeremy Frimpong looking to the qualities, but yes, he is the best for 15k around the area. Carmona is a good choice, by the way, in the La Liga. Leguili is decent, but what think about Da Costa? This is actually a quality player. So also the Bundesliga is filled with so many exceptional players. Kubel as a goalkeeper, Schlotterbeck as a center back, and Da Costa on the right back position. And you're already building yourself with Duki as a center back as well. A very solid Bundesliga squad. And for 25k, we have Marcus Llorente. And a player I want to add in, he might be a little bit over budget, but please bear in mind that Wesley is an incredible player. He is an SBC. Don't sleep on this one. If you have a Brazilian side or a Serie A side, you can unlock him for 45k. He is top-notch quality. You won't find a better right back in the Serie A for that budget. And once again, you want Maicon? Here he is. Stepping into the midfield, that takes us to under 7.5, 15 and 25k. We have the French players in there with Chouamini and N'Golo Kante. You are good to go. N'Golo Kante doesn't have the shooting. For that reason, he has a lower meta rating, but Sandro Tonali, he can do that just like Hakan Çalhanoğlu. You can also see that those boys are also used a lot as center mid, so they are capable to play in different systems, and that is great adaptability to play for you. Caicedo, Morton, Yates, and Rice. It is a lot of Premier League vibes. Morton is saving the day, although he played for Liverpool last year. And for 25k, it's little. She is very good, this girl. Patrick Giroud, and nothing wrong with Kimmich and Rodri. But in all honesty, looking to the meta rating, it's for Patri, it's 88.1, for Little, it's 88.2, and Rodri and Kimmich are 4 or 5 points beneath that. So if you're looking for girls this year, you can build yourself an exceptional team using this video. We go to the center mids, and before we start, I have to explain something, because we are adding evolutions in my videos. We haven't seen them before, but from center mids on, we have some crazy evolutions you can do for a cheap budget. It was feedback on my videos. Viva, can you add some evolutions, because we like to get those cheap players to evolve them. So here it is. You can see Wolf and Jude Bellingham, and I will tell you what to do. But Wolf, you have to get him as an objective. If you did that, it's good. You need the big fellow and the star in motion. It's still there for you to do, so I'm only adding those objectives and evolutions you can still get. Also, Joe Bellingham has to go a long way. Some small evolutions, but it's important to star in motion first and then the big fella. So you're turning it around with Wolf. With Wolf, it's first a big fellow and then star in motion, Bellingham, star in motion, and then big fellow, and then you get yourself one of the most incredible players in the Bundesliga. And look at the rating, the meta rating of Wolf, 93.5. He is a Ruud Gullit gang member. He's actually better than Ruud Gullit according to some people, so I had to put players like that in. So if you're still wondering, I have this man in my squad or in my club, what can I do with him? You can transform him into the best player in Ultimate Team. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool? And I also put in, of course, the price you pay for that. Like Jude Bellingham will cost you around 35 to 40k to fully evolve him, but he is worth that. Trust me, you have to do that. Well, for 7.5k. You can also take it easy with João Neves, McTominay, Gravenberg, Giroud. These are also not bad players, but somehow I find those evolutions very cool. De Roon, Svensson, Barella, Zambo. It's a lot of Serie A. You can build yourself a Tridente with De Roon, Zambo, and Barella. You are good to go. Mariona is also an incredible goal from Arsenal. Great skills. And Laurent is also there as a central mid. He's also one of the best on the right back. But once again, don't sleep on those Evos. Some of them might cost you, but they're still so much cheaper than buying yourself some icons, because these guys are just as good and even. And go to the cam position, and on the right hand side you can see another evolution. I have to explain to you guys, it's Fermin. You can't see it because he has the same card as Reuteler under 15k and other players, but Fermin is actually an inform card. He's extinct on the transfer market. I was lucky enough to get him in a pack opening, untradeable, a couple of weeks ago. I still have him in my club, and for a player like Fermin, it's easy. You have him, you only use star in motion, and you transform him into one of the best cams in the game. He is now extinct. His price went through the roof. That's why it's so important to invest in some players when they are low in price. Fermin is the living proof. Don't mind if you didn't get him. If you can't get him on the market, the solutions are also simple. Paolo Dybala is a fantastic player. Lavelle is a superb goal. Cole Palmer is a good passing player, and Ismail Sabari is a revelation this year for PSV Eindhoven with a good card, great pace and dribbling. For 15k we invest in pace with Saar and Reuteler. They're very good. I used Saar for a very long time until Division 3. He did fantastic, penetrating from the camp position. And the Binya and Musiala, they have a lot of agility, high dribbling skills, and they really twist and turn until you can't twist no more. Lukaku, Lando Donovan, Rosicky, and Oyarzabal are there to join Fermin in the under 25k budget. But once again, Fermin is the king. We go to the right wing position. For a good right winger, we want pace over 90, dribbling close to 90, shooting and passing has to be high, and 4-star is almost a must have. You can see that also for the under 7.5k. I've chosen players with 4-star at least. Jamie has that, of course. We also have Doué, we have Rodrigo, Lauren James, and Trinity Rodman. They all have those skills, plus those girls are flying on the pitch. Doué is a very skillful player. Same can be said about Jamie. For under 15k, Orsolini and Morris are decent, but they're not in the shadows in my opinion for Kvaratskhelia. And don't forget Mason Greenwood. His meta rating is even higher. I'm still having his 85.5 of his normal inform card, but I believe his meta rating on this evolution, and what is his evolution, I can tell you guys, it's once again star in motion. So don't sleep on that evolution. You can get yourself Mason Greenwood into a Super Saiyan Mason Greenwood with a lot of pace. 5-star. Well, what else do you want more? Get this player. Don't sleep on it. For 25k, we have Diani. This girl always destroys me when I play against her. And we have another yes evolution. It's Pedro Neto. You buy Pedro Neto and you give him Curse on the left. Still available for a couple of days, so that's why you have to subscribe to this channel and put on the notification bell. You can't miss a video, because if you're a little bit too late, there might be evolutions gone, there might be SBCs gone. I have a big audience. It's growing daily, guys. You guys are the best. We have so much extra viewers every single day that are tuning in the moment I upload, and that's good. If you're one of them, you made the right decision, because this channel really helps you to build yourself a better team, spend the money the best way. And now even with the evolutions, it's covering bloody everything. So Pedro Neto, if you like a winger from the Premier League and you don't want to spend too much, he's yours. Buy him and evolve him. For, of course, Francisco Conceição and Chea is also good if you want to go for the Bundesliga and the Serie A. From right wing, we play to the left wing, and they were starting off for a good and cheap budget. Luis Diaz, he got a goal against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. Look at that. Liverpool is still missing this man and his work rate, I believe. Caicedo and Swanson are the girls in motion, and Marcus Rashford is also a fantastic player. His price is coming down because a lot of people did his evolution. You can see that on the right-hand side. Viva, how can you get a car like that for Marcus Rashford? Simple, buy Marcus Rashford and do Curse on the left. Once again, Curse on the left, just like Mason Greenwood. Yes, just like Mason Greenwood was star in motion. We had, of course, Pedro Neto, Curse on the left, and he is Curse on the left. It's Marcus Rashford, so that's great. And yes, you can also do it on the right wingers. By the way, Rashford, he is great. He will cost you around 25k to do that evolution, but you can get yourself one of the best wingers in the La Liga, and you can also make him play as a striker. Isn't that amazing? So for under 15k, we have Doku, Berenguer, Wrighton, Rafael Leao. Berenguer is not a evolution, by the way, it's just a Halloween card. Doku, let's see him. Also, you can guess it, Curse on the left. With that promo, you can get yourself a Doku who can actually shoot and pass. Isn't that cool? Another player with 71 and 72, 83 and 80, and 89 passing, dribbling. And that is what you get, a Doku upgraded. For 25k, he's worth it, really worth it. Cody Gakpo is good, but nowhere near Jeremy Doku. Shawinga is not bad, but once again, invest in those Evos, they're really worth it. We then go to the strikers. There is not at the moment a evolution that is really that good to get, but we still have some amazing players to show you. Marmoush, I'm still using him in Division 2, and you can guess it, he's still getting goals for me. Griezmann is such an amazing finesse shot finisher. Dumornay and Claudio Pina, you already played against those girls, and I bet the most of you, if you're not lying, you conceded around 50-60 goals by these ladies if you play this game from the start. I'm not quite sure how many times I saw Dumornay, especially at the start, later on Claudio Pina, celebrate daily against my team. Daily, every single bloody match, so they're that good. Under 15k, we find Sam Kerr, Julian Alvarez, compatible with Antoine and Griezmann, Victor Osimhen, super as a super sub because you can't actually link him to a better league. Alexander Isak is still a good finisher, and we have Aubameyang, Bayer, Ansu Fati, and Gyökeres. Yes, also Gyökeres is going down to 87. And that means for 26k, he is a steal. And with that, we come to the end of the video. Let me know, do you like it if I'm adding my favorite evolutions? Well, my favorite, I'm looking for the highest rated evolutions. People love them the most, and I'm putting them in my videos. Do you like that? Or should I leave them out? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you love the video, leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to put on the notification bell to never miss a single video. I thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a very nice day.